So this US oil analysis for Monday the 25th of June. Now let's just have a look at prices and where prices may likely end up. So previously we had prices come down towards that 64.50, held did form a bit of the bottom above 64.50, did hold above 64.75, had prices trade above 65.60, held 65.60 as support, formed a bit of a flag before seeing prices head further to the upside. Brief pullback before breaking out here to the upside on the US oil. What we did see was a pretty strong breakout here. We've had a strong move beyond the 66.71, 67.12, 67.73, and we've seen that strong bullish buy side momentum follow through to the upside here, breaking above even the 68.19, and we did seem poised for a test at one point head towards that 69.51. We did trade above 69, but what we have seen after market close on Friday, we had a brief gap down in the market here at the open on Monday the 25th. We've had a retest of the 68.19. We do appear to have held as support, so we do seem poised for a test of that 69.51 here to the upside. If we do see a move to the upside here beyond the 69.51, if we can break and hold above 69.51, we were then looking for price head up towards that 70.79. Successful break from which we're then looking for price head up towards that 72.39 here on the US oil. If, however, we don't see a break of 69.51, we're looking for a retest of this 68.19. Or if we do turn around from where we are at present, either from a test and rejection of 69.51 or from a turnaround from present. If we aren't able to hold 68.19 for support, we're then looking for price to head down towards that 67.73, 67.12, and if there is sufficient volatility to the downside, we're looking at 66.71 or even at 65.60 here on the US oil. Now, if we do break down from 66.71, before we get down towards that 65.60, we do have daily confluence of the 400 and 200 period moving averages in and around that $66 barrel mark, further adding further confluence above the 65.60. So in and around that $66 a barrel mark, we've got the 200, 400 period averages, which are dynamic levels which could act as support for the US oil if we do see a turnaround in prices and a subsequent breakdown from that 68.19. Now, let's just have a look at the higher time frames to see how price have been developing. So we'll have a look here at the monthly chart. We get scaling here correct. As we can see here on this monthly chart, we've formed our lows, had higher lows, strong move to the upside, posted a pin bar. We did have the follow through to the downside for June, but we are seeing a very strong rally here coming into the end of the month. So it's still pretty clear that we are in an uptrend. So if we can see this fall through into next month, we could still see prices grind higher on the US oil and start to look at price heading towards that $75 barrel mark on the US oil. So we'll have a brief look here at the weekly time frame. And over on the weekly time frame, we can see here we have been in a pretty solid trend for quite some time now. We've had a brief pullback. We've had a pretty strong pullback over a couple of weeks, and from which we have seen this very strong bullish engulfing candle, snapping this somewhat downtrend. We are seeing a bit of follow through we are seeing a bit of a pullback so far at the early part of this week, but we'll see where we do retest support, hold the support, and start to see a climb higher towards the $72 a barrel mark on the US oil. And we'll have a look here at the daily chart. And as we can see here on this daily chart, after having this move to the downside, brief pullback, a further move to the downside, a brief pullback, we weren't seeing prices were holding above the previous lows, and what we have seen is a very strong candle, very large bullish engulfing candle from a daily chart perspective, coming into the market and seeing prices trade pretty much all the way up at that 69.51. Now, I suppose from the 69.51, if we do fail there, I suppose it wouldn't be a perfect test now, would it? So from that 69.51, there is a possibility of posting lower highs in around 69.51 and start to see that momentum fall through to the downside, possibly that towards that 62 or that $60 barrel mark. But if we can break and hold above 69.51, you somewhat invalidate this potential resistance in around that 69.51. Would be a rough head and shoulders, not ideal setup, but potentially a head and shoulders if we do turn around at that 69.50, at that 69.51, and start to see price head to the downside. But we'll see how price develop. We've had a very strong end to last week, so we do have to be aware of the follow through to the upside, somewhat invalidating a bearish head and shoulders pattern. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis. Thanks for watching.